Alright guys, welcome back to Gilded Gaming and the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Man, we've been working on getting this to be the next game on the channel for a while. And it finally won a poll for once. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. Transparency. I don't know if I want to mess with any of these. Voices, that's good. I don't know what these mean. We'll leave this alone. All right, let's just start it. So before we start though, let's just start. But before we start, couple things. Since this is a trilogy, it's part of a bigger series too. Like there's Trails in the Sky, Trails of Cold Steel, Trails from Zero. There's like a whole series, but Trails in the Sky itself is a trilogy. And it's my understanding that this is one big story. So if we're doing Trails in the Sky, we're doing the trilogy. I've heard that this game has a really good story, but that it's a bit of a slow burn. Like you kind of have to, like it takes a while to get going. It does a lot of world building and stuff. So we're gonna, settle in for that. I'm really here for the most part for the story. It's my understanding that the different difficulties mostly just raise health and damage. Not really that interesting. We're just gonna go with normal. And our goal today is to start this. We're gonna try and do 100% playthrough. I'm not looked up any spoilers, but I have looked up a small guide on like missable things with no spoilers in it. Because I want to try and see everything. And I've heard like not only does this game have like some hidden quests and stuff, but also the NPCs apparently change their dialogue often after different events happen. So like you can actually like go back to an NPC and get even more story. And apparently the writing's really good. So let's get into it. Here is our main character, or at least one of them, Estelle. Daddy's really late. Now, before we say this is a blind playthrough, I'm not like using a guide telling me what to do. And I've never played it before, but I have played part of it before. So to get that out of the way, I've played the prologue before. It's been a long time, and I can tell you real quick everything I know about this game from that. I know you have like gems or quartz or something that you put into like some kind of clockwork device to get your spells. I know that Estelle here is about to get a present from her dad that's a little boy, which is really weird, and that's our next main character. I know that they join a guild that I think their dad is also a part of that does quests to help people. I don't remember the name of it. And I know that's the majority of the prologue is doing those quests, and then they like go off to find her dad. And I never went off. Like I haven't done that part. So, and I remember there being a tower. And that's it. That's my entire knowledge of the game. So we've got that out of the way. Yes, I do know a little bit, but it's not very much, especially when you consider this is a trilogy. So, Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today too. Like already got the salad laid out and some bread. And Shara's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Cassius, huh? Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. What? Little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the blanket? Is that my present? Ah, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come have a look? So Estelle's a... How old are they? Like, it's not a baby. It just looked like it was baby-sized at first. Are they about the same age? What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? So wait, you thought that he brought you home a dead boy? What kind of dad do you have? It's kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. And a pair of amber eyes to go with it. Does dark hair and amber eyes mean something, I wonder? That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? What is with this like shelf with the jars like way high up? Like, what kind of jars do you store up there? Fess up. Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy? Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Sherazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me in trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? Are you awake? How are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why? Why did you just leave me there to die? Man, I want to know the backstory of where he found this kid and who he is. I'm sure we'll figure out eventually, right? Why? That's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way? Work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. You have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Oh, this boy doesn't talk his age, does he? Hey. You sure are shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute, don't try to change this up. Ow! Quit yelling. Alright. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Jesus Christ. Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind. Forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know that thing people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do, if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... Dot dot dot. Okay. Title screen. Already at the title screen. Flying through this game. All right, there's our main girl. All grown up. Sleeper day. This is the very, very beginning of the game. Literally just started it. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, someone doing tarot cards. Got a piano player, so we're getting little glimpses of future characters, I guess. Ooh, guns. Airships, yeah. Oh, with missiles. I don't know anything about this world that we're playing in here. So, interesting. Well, I'll be playing all 9 games. That's going to depend. I've heard that these games are great and have an amazing story, and if that's true, the answer is going to be yes. At the moment, I am going to say that I am going to play all 3 Trails in the Sky games because I'm at the very least going to finish that story. But if I like it, I have no doubt that I will also be playing Cold Steel and Trails from Zero and whatever else. Yeah. And knowing me, I'm probably going to like it. Yeah. You already played them, I guess, huh? Thanks for coming by to and share my experience with me. Don't spoil any of the story, and me and you will get along really well. I'm mostly playing these games for the story because I've heard it's really good. We got a lot of characters to meet. All right. Well, you can tell this is like the same engine that they use for like East games or whatever. The graphics look exactly like East 7 or something. This was a PSP game too, wasn't it? It probably was like the East 7 engine. You'll say this game starts off extra slow, but that's how the first game of every arc usually is. I've heard that. I've heard that it's a slow start, but that it's just building up world building and it has a really good payoff. So I play a lot of JRPGs in here, or long RPGs in general. I'm used to that. I'm all for it. Ugh, it's so bright in here. And that's your name. All right. Estelle grew up. Wonder how old we are now. Slept like a rock. I missed the voice acting. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. Wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. I guess his name was Joshua. Guess that's a no. Oh, he must play some kind of instrument. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then too. People complain, oh my god, Persona 5 10-hour tutorial. Yeah, that's nothing. Persona 5 is over 100 hours long. Is that a harmonica? Once again, kind of like the East games. I like their harmonicas, these Falcom guys. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. Hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. Can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, what with that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age, and I'm hardly a man. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? If you're a gigaweeb enough, you can drag drop files and get the voice acting in there, but you're practicing for my audiobook narrating career. I've heard that there is voice acting in the Japanese version, but it's going to be all Japanese, and while I may understand some of that, most of my viewers won't understand any of it, so it's not that useful to me to put it on there. Yeah, how fortunate for you, because I'd still have to read it, nothing to read over it, and that'd be worse. That's one of the downsides of playing Yakuza games, is that it has amazing Japanese voice acting, but I want to read the text over it for the viewers. Rough. You could at least try to sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just I don't do something that uses my whole body. I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? Word on the street is that the third Cold Steel game script is longer than all the Harry Potter books. Holy crap. Well, I've also heard a lot of people tell me that it's not enough to just exhaust an NPC's dialogue. Their dialogue completely changes after story events. So I've heard that all these games have a lot of script, so I believe it. All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl's going to be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I believe that when I stopped finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Breakfast ready? Oh, so Joshua considers him Dad too at this point. I wonder how long it's been since he got brought in. Was he like 10 years or something? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. I didn't know if it went from like 7 to 17 or 8 to 18 or something. Hard to judge the ages with the sprites. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Some people say kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the Guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore either. Hey, thanks for the follow, Sleeper Day. You still like understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training and become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me that you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills that we've been learning and training? Don't you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap! Totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. Little star. I honestly don't know how you've survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha, you're one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shara's gonna be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about Rouen-style scalloped fish and a balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle. Or our stomachs. You're right, I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude, but can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods store. 500 Miras. That's our money. Mira. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. All right. Thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Scheherazade my regard. Gotta learn these names. All right. We're finally in control. You can tell this used to be a PSP game. Were all of the Trails in the Sky trilogy PSP games first? By the way, Dad, is this going to be all right if you stay at home like this instead of going to the guild today? You haven't been there in a couple of days now. Unfortunately, I have a lot of paperwork to sort out. Don't you worry. I'm carrying a big enough workload that the guild's not likely to fire me anytime soon. Not exactly the most convincing thing I've heard come out of your mouth. How about yourself? Shouldn't you be getting over to the guild? Scheherazade is waiting, right? Alright, nice repeating. Cool. Okay, so B opens that up. Alright. Or circle, I guess. I'm using a Xbox controller, so make sure I check these. So status visible, map fixed to north. That's probably for the best, trying to learn my way around that the map doesn't spin with me. That makes sense. Probably menu button. Click. Yeah, sure. These are all fine. We already looked at these anyways. We can save, I'm guessing. Yep. I have a bunch of saves. Like I said before, I have played the prologue before, and my wife, Deadshire, has actually played the first two games. She hasn't told me anything about it other than that she really liked them. I don't know why she didn't play the third. She probably got sidetracked with Pokemon coming out or something. Oh, this is interesting. You can change their starting position. I wonder where I would want them. Like, do I want them up front? Do I want them pulled back so they don't get attacked right away? Is this combat system kind of like Grandia? Set S-break. I'm not done. We're learning here. S-craft single attack. Beat an enemy senseless with a series of attacks. Oh, it's over here. Estelle's pummel and sever. All they have right now, but interesting. Okay. Got a kingdom map. Ooh. All right, so here's our world, or at least for this game. All the Legend of Heroes games take place in the same world, right? Just like different countries. So in this one, we are in, what was it? The Liberal Kingdom. Apparently we're in Relent. There's the Bright family house. Relent's right there. Okay. Cancel, Bose, Ron, Zeiss. Some towers on the map. Caves, alright. I'm guessing this is where our game is going to mostly take place. Ornament. I know this is like kind of like a materia kind of thing, right? You can like slot in gems to get spells. Alright, so she's got a staff. He's got twin dirks. Cool. Get a little bit more HP, one more strength, one more defense, more ATS. His stats are just slightly higher than hers in general. Alright. Fair enough. They're the same level though, it's not a big difference. Oh yeah, luckily this is alright. Let's search the house. We're gonna take our time with these games. They are big, they are expansive. It is gonna be a whole series of games. There's all kinds of dialogue, there's a world to explore. I'm not gonna rush them. We'll be playing this every night for the conceivable future. And then Tactics Ogre Reborn comes out tomorrow, so pretty much every stream in the near future is going to be starting with this and ending with Tactics Ogre. Yeah, I mean, you can check the schedule to see what I mean. We're going to keep them both moving. So I guess this is Joshua's room. Maybe. This was Estelle's room. Does their dad not have it? Where's their dad sleep? Well, that's Joshua's room, Estelle's room. Is there a bed downstairs? That goes outside. Where does their dad sleep? Wait a minute. Estelle's room. And Joshua's room. There's only 2 beds and there's 3 people living here. Just saying. Questions. There are beds we can rest in, so it's like a free alternative to ends, I guess. Assuming this game has ends. It probably does. There's a standing log for staff practice. Cool. Oh, we can run with the 6. Cool. It even feels kind of like playing an Ace game as far as moving around. Alright. Let's head out. We're going to town. And spin the map. The green. Baroon Gate, Relent. Okay, so we probably want to go to Relent. So let's go this way first. Probably get stopped by something. Estelle, Relent is in the opposite direction. You're not sleepwalking again, are you? How about you just be quiet and keep your comments to yourself? There you go. Worth. Alright. Is this a game with random battles, or is it one where the enemies are on the map? I don't remember. Don't see any chests or anything. Looks like we made good time. Not too early, nor too late either. Just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place. I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh, yeah, I guess I did. All right, then. Let's get to it and make it through the last hazing from Shara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Shara at the Bracers Guild over there, then. All right. Oh, the buildings are color-coded. Green is shops. Red is... Okay, the guild's right there. That's lodgings. That's probably the inn. There's the Septian Church in purple. And an Orbital factory. Orbital is the materia, right? Okay, we got Amalga Trail, Landing Port, the Mayor's Residence, and the Milchbane Road. Let's check out some of these shops first. So we got a general goods store. Let's just see what's up. How much money do we have? We have to buy that news thing, right? And then we have whatever's left over from the 500. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. You're up rather early today. Did you come to buy a new pair of shoes? Did you mention it? Are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stregas? Unbelievable. You're actually already forgotten why we came in to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the Liberal News for Dad, right? Of course. You always see a big collector in these shoes, haven't you? You've always been a big collector, yeah. I'm afraid that the new Stregas aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of the Liberal News, though, I should have them in around noon. Noon, huh? Right in the middle of our training at the guild house. We'll stop by again after our training's over. Sure, I'll be waiting for you. Let's see. So we got some consumables here. Healing salve formulated by the church. Heals 200. That's like a full heal for them right now, I think. Purging balm. Cure poison, seal, bind. I wonder what seal and bind. Oh, blind. Blind, okay. Poison, seal. I wonder if seal stops you from using abilities or something. All these medicines are made by the Septian Church, huh? Here's KO, heals 100 HP. Okay. Here's mute. Quick fix tape to repair a neutralized torment. Quick fix tape, I like it. EP charge. Orbital energy filled capsule. Restores 100 EP. So I think that's like mana maybe. Alright, and then food. Ingredients for cooking. Okay, so there's gonna be a cooking system. Alright, so that's all they sell here, really. Convert. Okay, not sure what that is yet. In the morning, you're so crisp and fresh. Let's see, it's about time I water my lovely flowers. Her name is Bloom. Okay. What's your name? Did we get a name for you? Renan? You two are going to be bracers, aren't you? I'm jealous. I wanted to be a bracer when I was a kid, too. You'd probably say that every boy in Libero wants to be a bracer at least once in their lives. Except that this one's a girl. Why do you have to make such a big deal out of things, Joshua? There are other female bracers like Shara, too. I didn't mean it in a bad way. Well, hang in there and study hard. When I get my copies of the Liberal News in, I'll set one aside for you. All right. Let's see what we got here. Elgar Arms and Guards? Arms and Guards. Elgar. No, this is his store. Top of the morning to you, kids. Good morning, Mr. Elgar. Good morning, sir. Well, you're up rather early, aren't you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but today is your last day of training, isn't it? I seem to remember you saying something about it last time I had you run the store. Had you run the store? Yes, that's right. I see. Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine, Joshua. Now, Estelle, on the other hand, I've got good reason to worry. She's always been a bit scatterbrained ever since she was a child. Probably all the knocks she took to the head playing with the boys. Really? So I guess that scattered brain trait isn't something new, huh? I'll give you a head injury if you don't shut up. And don't call me scatterbrained. Okay, you two, let's not fight now. You should be getting over to the guild. Really, it was just yesterday that Estelle was clinging all over Cassius. Now she's a bracer. Looks like I'm getting old. Seems like just yesterday, huh? Alright. What do you have here? Ooh. I already have weapon upgrades. Can't afford them yet. Got an armor upgrade too. Yeah, several armor upgrades. Prevent poison, prevent blind, prevent sleep. So we got some status abnormality protection accessories. Convert. Oh, I guess you can convert these crystals into money, maybe? I'm not sure. Good morning, Stella. Oh my, if this isn't Estelle and Joshua. Are you on your way to the bracer training? Yeah, and just you watch. I'm going to pass this exam and be as good a bracer as Cher, too. You're darn right you are. I have faith in you. By the way, Estelle. But what? You looking at me like, why are you looking at me like that? Did you wash your face? How about your teeth? Did you brush them too? Josh was so fastidious, but you always forget to take care of yourself. Come on, it was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore, right, Joshua? Now that you mention it, you did take off from home the other day with your hair all in a mess, right? That was only because it was an emergency. Mr. Renona had got a newest Strager brand sneakers in on that day. Estelle. Yes? You listen to me carefully. For a girl your age, you need to take care of these things. If your appearance is messy, you won't look like someone that people can trust even if you are a bracer. Your appearance is a reflection of what is on the inside. Alright, I'll be more careful from now on. Well, that's that. How about the both of you get on over to the guild? Man, you just can't argue with her. If your appearance is messy, you won't look like someone that people can trust, even if you are a bracer. Alright, yeah, we're just repeating that. Alright, cool. It looks like it gives you a little, like, icon over your head if something's interactable, so I'm not seeing any, like... I don't think this is going to be a game where we have to, like, search barrels or anything. How much were that? What was that stuff? These are only 200. They are upgrades. We could save up and get the ones that are +5, so. Alright. Fremont. I'm just on my way over to the forest of Mistwall to the south of here for work. There was a merchant from Bose who came here to... Is it Bose? Bose who came here to buy lumber. I need to get enough ready for the order I received. There was a merchant from Bose who came to buy lumber. Okay. I thought you were a kid. I guess not. Alright. Orbit factory. I'm sure we'll have to go there for the story. Here we got Luke. And Pat. Oh, we stopped them. I'm the one who discovered it. I'm the one who discovered it. I'm the one who discovered it. Take me with you. I'm the one who told you about the place to begin with. I don't know what they're talking about. There's a little clock tower here. Tiny clock tower. Ooh, we can go in it. Nice. Mr. Paddington. Now I know that voice from somewhere. Oh, well, what have we here? Cassius's naughty daughter and clever son, huh? Just when I thought you hadn't been around in a while, you show up all grown. Are you here every day, Mr. Paddington? This place has become somewhat of a new home for me. I intend to spend the remainder of my days guarding this clock. Interesting. Guarding it from what? The ladder that goes up to the observation deck. What's wrong, Estelle? Something on your mind? It's nothing, really. How about we climb up to the observation deck? Sure, I guess. Okay. Nifty. Doesn't seem like there's anything to do up there right now. Let's check out this inn. Hotel Roulette. Ooh, bathtub. Can't turn the camera in here. Welcome to the Hotel Roulette. Are you here to spend the night? Vern, it's us, don't you remember? I know, I was just joking, Estelle. I was practicing my greeting just now. Oh, really? You ever notice that Vern teases people with a straight face while being courteous at the same time? Probably because he can. You know, Estelle, if you pass your exam, you'll be the second female bracer here in Roland after Scheherazade. Oh, and good luck to you too, Joshua. Linen room, employees only. Guard those linens. We can get into all the guest rooms, but we can't get into the linen closet. Hey, Shadow Konako, how's it going, bud? The Roland Chapel of the Siptian Church. If there's a JRPG and there's a church, they're probably the bad guys in some way. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. My, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, good morning. Where are you off to this morning? It must be a tough waking up so early. Mylene? Father Divine. What a name. It's been a while since I saw the both of you. I'm impressed to see you visiting the chapel so early in the morning. Good morning, Father Divine. Morning. You were habitually late and played hooky more than a few times during your Sunday school days, Estelle. So have you changed your attitude on life since you graduated? A bit, I guess. It looks like there's a little time before the morning mass begins, so how about I give you both a special sermon? No thanks. Why am I getting thrown into the mix here? Sister May. It's almost time for mass. Mylene is already here, so I'd better hurry along. Let's hurry along. Almost time for mass. Alright, Sister May. I wonder who Mylene is. Oh, we can get up here too. Cool. A lot of places to explore. So, I'm sorry to hear that. Can we go to the mayor's place? We can. Alright, so we got the mayor's residence. We just burst in. Lita! Okay, I'm so busy. This mansion is quite big. Got the serving, cleaning, and washing to do. Mornings are so busy for a maid. Today's objective? To finish the cleaning before the missus returns from the chapel. Ah, so Mylene must be the mayor's wife. Yeah, it's pretty good so far. Hey Claire, welcome back, bud. Apparently it has a really good story. And like there's almost a dozen games in this like series at this point that are actually translated to English. There might be even more in Japan. I don't even know. But I think we're in for a treat with this one, guys. Can't get into the chest. Nothing hidden here. All right. Ah, Mayor Klaus. Oh, good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Good morning, Mayor Klaus. Good morning. I've been hearing great things about the both of you. So you're undergoing bracer training, are you? Having such youngsters sign up all by themselves to become bracers and protect everyone is inspiring. I expect great things out of you. We'll do our best. So it's really, I've heard a lot that there's a lot of dialogue in this game and that the NPCs change their dialogue after every event, but I'm realizing all of this stuff we're talking to them right now, we were supposed to go straight to the Bracer Guild. And I'm imagining this dialogue is going to change after that because they're all talking about us about to go to the Bracer Guild. Like, crazy. All right. Anywhere else we want to go before we Go to the guild. What is this? A bar? Abend bar. Abend bar? Yes, I've already made arrangements regarding the lumber. I'm looking into the septum right now. The septium? Simon, listen to me and listen well. Right now is the time for us to purchase lumber and septium. Ignore the potential risks. I'm going to buy as much as I can with the budget. My aim is to capitalize on the Queen's birthday celebration. I believe the prices of these goods will rise before and after the festival. It would be best to stock up on these commodities while they're cheap and then put them into the market later. Okay. Lisa, welcome. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Been a while, hasn't it, Lisa? Is there something going on today? Could it be that you're on a date together? Yeah, right. We're actually on our way to the bracer training now. Oh, is that all? Everyone from Sunday school seems to have decided on a career or goal and is working hard to achieve it. As expected, you're a bit different than everyone else, though. What? Is there something wrong with that? No, not at all. I just thought it was very like you to pick the unusual route, that's all. Oh, that's right. Tio decided that she was going to help out at her parents' farm. She even said that for all of us to go up and visit her sometime. That's what Tio decided on, huh? Rent. Crunch, smack, slurp. Chew, chew, chew. Munch, munch, munch. Gulp. I get so hungry working in the mines. Okay. Oh, that's Elisa again. He's just doing her rounds, I guess. Alright. Wholesome pasta for 100 mira. So we can buy French fries, flowery soda, or Carmine Eye. Heals and move +1. Heal and cure poison, or heal and cure blind. Cool. These are like food, but we're going to be able to cook our own food, right? Tabitha, okay, let's see. Yesterday's sales totaled... our breakfast service has been going really well. Sometimes my husband comes up with some good ideas. Okay. Can't read the book, alright. Okay, I think we're done with these people. It's almost time for us to start our training, so let's head over to the guild house. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it, I guess. I think we've explored most of the town. Like, we went to all the colored buildings except the Orbital factory. We haven't gotten to the landing port. I wonder if we can. Yeah. A scheduled flight from Granstall is about to arrive. Better start making landing guide preparations. Next flight will be arriving from Bose this afternoon. Okay. Like a train station, but for like airships, I guess. Shoot, today of all days I slept in. Must have had one too many cold ones last night. Okay, I better hurry up with my pre-work inspections. Time to get pumped. Be a good place to hide something, but nope. Alright. Like only employees are allowed in. Well, I'm told when I'm told I can't go in, I want to go in even more, right? Granstall and Bose City. Dangerous combustible objects prohibited. Don't blow up the airship, please. Good call. A lot of people leave from Rolent today. And a lot of people will come. Which means a lot of chicks will pass through here. Score! Alan's got his priorities straight. Staring at those girls is one of my simple pleasures. You know what I mean, right, Joshua? Sure. Alan, you never change a bit. All this nonsense is the reason why you can't get a girlfriend. You wound me, Estelle. But it's because of this enjoyment that I feel like it's worth doing this job. A paradise! This guy's a serious nut job. Staring at these girls is one of my simple pleasures. You do you, Alan. A little creepy, but okay. It reminds me when I used to work at there's a water park here, because I live at the beach. And I used to work at the water park when I was in high school during the summer. And there was this one old guy who bought a season pass for the water park, so we could come every day. And he never went on any of the slides. He never really went to the pool. He would park himself at the bottom of one of the biggest slides and just watch people come down it, because every so often one of the girls would lose their top. And that was all he did. That creepy old guy watching girls lose their bikini tops. That was his whole summer. Hey, if it isn't Joshua and Estelle. How are those orbits working out for you now that we tuned the other time you were here? In your case, Estelle, it's not whether the orbment is good or bad. The problem lies in the way you use it. You're always jumping into things without a second thought, so you end up being slow to learn. If you just start thinking before you start swinging, you'd learn twice as much. Well, excuse me for sucking. There's no need to get upset. Everyone has these problems when they first start out. If you can get the hang of these things, you'll gradually be able to handle them better. That's right. I'm going to master using this as quick as I can and surpass even Joshua. Yeah, whatever. When I first entered the Zeiss Central factory, I pretty much couldn't use one of these things either. Even you couldn't use one, Freddy? Yeah. But I can still become an engineer even if I can't use one. But since you're aiming to become a bracer, you'll have to learn how. Ugh. Everyone has a bit of trouble getting the hang of the battle orbits from the start. If you can get the hang of these things, eventually you'll be able to handle them better still. Alright. So yeah, we can slot stuff into these. I don't have anything yet. I think like different combinations of these unlock different things or something. I don't know. We'll find out. There'll be a tutorial probably. Hey, I'm still setting up shop. Still in Joshua. You seem to be here rather early. Good morning, Mr. Milders. Good morning, sir. We appreciate you fixing that orbit light the other day. Speaking of the orbit lights, isn't the one in our house burned out? We should get that replaced ASAP. Orbits sure are a daily life necessity, aren't they? When I was a lad, we weren't any of these orbit thingies. Now we can get fire and light with the mere flip of a switch, and even ships fly in the skies. I don't like it. Don't you kids think things are way too convenient these days? The guy that sells orbits is like, these orbit things, I don't like them. Crap, there he goes again about the old days. Yeah, well, tried to just learn to shut your big trap. When I was young, I made things a reality through hard work and sweat. Sweat, I tell ya. Yeah, it'd be nice if you, the young kids these days, knew to mean the phrase hard work. You're probably right. Orbits are convenient, all right, but I get worried that young kids don't understand what it means to work hard. Hear me, Estelle? Joshua? Don't forget what it means to stand on your own 2 feet. So they use orbits to replace like electricity and stuff too, I guess, huh? The weather is so wonderful and revitalizing today. I have this strange feeling that something good is going to happen. Huh. That's optimistic. At the beginning of a JRPG, usually something bad is going to happen. This kid's name is Fate. Who names someone Fate? Oh, look at what the cat dragged in. It's still in Joshua. How you been? Good morning, Mr. Fate. Morning, sir. How's your father, Cassius? Is he doing well? Yep, he's doing so well it might even surprise you. I don't think there's anyone else his age who's in such good shape. Is that so? My daughter really wanted to see him, but he hasn't shown his face around here in a while. Did you give him a message for me? Tell him that Fate says he'd like to talk about the old days sometimes. Yeah, sure, we'll tell him. Hey, Joshua. How does Mr. Fate know Dad so well again? I know they're old friends and all, but I've heard that they were battle buddies during the days in the Royal Army. Oh, yeah, that's right. Please tell your father to stop by sometime. I'd really like to talk to him about the good old days. I don't know how good of a message it is to say that Fate's going to catch up to you from your old days in the war. Like, I mean, Mr. Fate. Oh, okay. Risa, my husband works in the Malgam mine to the north here. He left here at the crack of dawn. Sometimes he doesn't even come home for days on end. Hope he doesn't get burned out from so much working. I'm always worried about that. My daddy's job is digging holes. And he finds a lot of pretty rocks inside. He says they're called septium. My daddy says his job is digging holes. Yeah, fair enough. Armand. Ah, that girl's so cute. I've got to be courageous and try to talk to her. I wonder who he's talking about. The girl down there? Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Estelle and Joshua. The two of you really become bracers? What? How did you know? That's because working in the media is my future. I'm going to join the Liberal News Service and work hard as a reporter. Don't take my information lightly either. Oh, sure thing. My gut feeling says the two of you are going to be in the tabloids. Oh, well, thanks. Isn't it romantic that you two lovers are bracers who stand for justice? I have this feeling that a juicy drama is about to unfold. Lovers? Joshua and I aren't lovers, we're family. I really don't understand anything, Estelle. Joshua's adopted and things could go either way in the future, right? Plus, leaving it at that would surely please the readers. Readers? Anyway, I'm looking forward to the both of you in more ways than one. The two valiant bracers who had each other's backs and attempted to escape from the crisis. Ah, love could definitely grow between them at that point. This is so riveting. The weather's so wonderful and revitalizing today. Yeah. Did we go in this one? That's Mr. Fate. The bottom floor of this one. Farming, mining, and timber. Those are the three major industries here in Roland. No exaggeration to say that these industries are what support Roland economically. The timber industry, which grows forests and in turn uses the trees as a resource, began at Queen Alicia's behest. No matter how abundant the woods and forests are here in Roland, they're not limitless. Her Majesty the Queen has a good head on her shoulders and a real knack for business. Let's see here. It looks like my husband's gone to work. I'd better do the housework quickly and head out to take care of the shopping. Okay. We're pretty much good to go. Let's go check out the Bracer Guild. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle, and good morning, Joshua. Morning, Ina. Morning. Is Shara here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. Okay. Same thing again. Standard Adventuring Guild, it looks like. Okay, so Sherazard's the one that does the tarot cards. The Star and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, Inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. This is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since this is my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm. But I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that your high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. Hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of keeping some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Joshua, Shara's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly and is overly naive and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything, her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbiment with some practice. Eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do now to expect to hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. Couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. That's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown on all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate using what is known as orbal energy. And a variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. The Bracer Guild is a worldwide organization of bracers established 50 years ago. Same time as the Orbital stuff, huh? Aside from the Liberal Kingdom, there are numerous other branches set up across the continent which promote peace, stability within their areas. Due to its international and neutral nature, it often mediates between disputing powers. They even played a role in ending the 100 Days' War. However, as a consequence of the various roles the Bracer Guild is required to fulfill, it is often short-handed. The Kingdom of Liberal, which we live in, sits in the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted tradition. Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberal in protecting its independence as it is contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberal was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberal enjoys peace. Alright. Let's see, since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with the condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Sarah? How's today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if it were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure you have to work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. All right, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of your job that you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give both of you. Ina, are they ready? Yeah, yes they are. All right, you two, go get one for each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer Notebook. Bracer Notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything that you may find and where. These kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Crap, it sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh, please tell me if my ears are playing tricks on me, because I swear only I got one response. I'm sure that there were two. Keeping an accurate account of all events is an important duty for all bracers. So, give it the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. All right, then, let's begin. Look over there by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. Okay. All right. Client Sherazard pays 500 Mira. Direct request. This training will be involved searching the sewers beneath the relent and bringing back its contents of a chest. See Sherazard for details. Okay, recorded in the notebook. Cool. Very good. Looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job. So, checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. And all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Hi, is that so? Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? Well, we'll be heading across the street to Mr. Milder's orbital factory and learning about how to use its services. He is graciously taking his time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay? Here's where you'll learn how to use the Orbital Factory's services. And at an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use orbital arts. Arts have a wide variety of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The Bracer's business is a pretty risky occupation, so the Guild has a long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Milders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here. No problem. Leave everything to me. This game is too lit. So, what is it that you would like to know about? Orbments. Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that airship engines, lights, and so on are all types of orbments. However, the ones that we'll be discussing today are battle orbments that enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structure for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them may vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be opened in an orbital factory like this. It'll take a fair amount of sepith too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So, what is it you would like to know about? Simply put, orbital arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an orbital factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed in a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts that one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install a quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, orbments are much more complex than what I've described, but I think this is information to suffice for now. So, what is it you would like to know about? Quartz are circuits made from sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until the quartz has been installed in a slot. However, there are also fixed slots which only certain types of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check with your orbment and decide where it will be installed ahead of time. Some say this system was too confusing, but you thought it was a good time. Cool. So, what is it that you would like to know about? It reminds me of materia, but like the placement of them is a little different. Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They're divided into 7 types: earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, and mirage. Sepith can be exchanged for mirror almost anywhere, but at the Orbital Factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and open orbment slots in which to install synthesized quartz. So, what is it you'd like to know? That's it. Looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some Sepith. Cool. With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop, you'd be able to exchange Sepith for Mira, but for this training, you will not be able to use this service. Okay. Freddy. Okay, we got to talk to Freddy. Modified tray. So I'm just curious. Open it, we need 30 of each of those. 50, 80, 50, 30. Okay, so we only have one open. They look pretty cheap to open up, and they said it raises like your max EP. Pretty cool. For now, I guess we got to get some of these. So this is the time ones. We have to get this for Joshua. It costs 20. Oh, wrong button. We definitely want that one. That uses up all of our time. Let's get a wind one, I guess, for her. I kind of want all of these, but I just want to try them out. I'm looking at what they do too. This gives you more speed, this gives you more agility, this gives you strength and loses defense. Gives you HP, and this gives you defense. They're all really cheap. I'm just gonna buy these so we can try them out. Do we have to like plot them in here too, or do we... This is for opening slots. Okay. Do it from here, maybe? Yeah. Okay, so it shows you what arts you get for that too. Cool. So defense gives us stone hammer. HP gives us tear and aqua bleed. Can I see what... Okay, that's a heal. Shoot a heavy stream of water enemies. Firebolt. Stone hammer. Drop a boulder on enemies, okay. Airstrike. Tears and shreds an enemy with compressed air. Well, first of all, Joshua, let's do Joshua's, because Joshua's... Why? Has to be time quartz, right? What does it give him? Clock up, speed the flow of time, speed plus 25%. Emit a time-space shaking pulse, faint 20%. I don't know what that means, but okay. I probably want to do the one with heal for now. Makes the most sense to me. Oh, so you've finished installing your quartz, have you? Since you have both recovery and attack arts set up, it appears that you don't need any more instruction from me about how to do this task. If you balance your arts out between each of you like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your Bracer notebook will contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your Bracer notebook and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your orbments. The more slots you have available, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it'd be a good idea to open them all early on. Now I want you to use this Sepith and open a slot on each of your orbments. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Okay? So she can open one of these. I don't know if it matters which one. Open this. We don't have enough to open his. So I thought she said one for each. You managed to open one of your orbment slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular element, you are free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mentioned it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, there's no sense in worrying about it now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? It's not that the HP quartz gives you those arts, it's the value of the water quartz you have. We'll figure it out. Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you all for your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm gonna remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua! All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Jara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and? I even made you jot down what you read in your Bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bell yet? What a relief. Oh, divine Adios. Idios? I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So you're really saying that you thought it was a paper test? No wonder you're acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. Oh, I can finally feel the nostalgia. All the horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about you both try and at least look a little anxious? Just so you know now, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework it will have in store for both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in the Roland sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest, which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real, living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let your guard down, you will be sorry. Also, but let me give you this before I forget. Your balm. Monster Guide. What's this book for? It's called a Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about the monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it here. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Sheriff. Well, we'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get bumped and knocked out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Alright. Put one in here too. All quartz okay. Might as well raise our defense, I guess. +1 defense. You could raise our attack, but it would lower our defense. She's probably fine with that. Oh, all right. Are there random battles or are monsters on the map? There appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it if our EP and HP become too low during engaging. Okay. There's a heal spot. Is it a one-time use or is it multiple, I wonder? Sounds like a plan to me. Oh, monsters are on the map. Beautiful. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They become visible as you approach them. The conditions at the start of the battle will change depending on how the monster is engaged. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked from behind is disadvantageous. Cool, so monsters are on the map. That's awesome. Hint. Battle order bar. Got it. Alright. Attack. Hint. Attack an enemy. You may also use it to move if you are using a mouse. Okay. Cool. Okay. Ah, okay. Dirty Rat. ADHP. Elemental efficacy. So I guess that's whether it's weak. It looks like it's not weak to anything. Go for it. Almost one-shot it. Not quite. Finish off. Ooh, dropped a chest. Can't quite get to that one. It's not gonna move closer. No? Alright. Fair enough. Enough drop chests.
Good to go.
Alright, 10 XP. Sepith, okay. And juicy bones. Okay. Bats? Or butterflies? Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Arts are effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts also make long-range attacks possible, but they require time to be cast. DP is consumed when arts are used. DP can be recovered by resting at inns, hotels, or by using charge stations and other items like an EV charge. Okay. Arts are effective against foes which are difficult to hit with a weapon or those on which physical attacks have little effect. Takes time before arts can be cast. Also, EP is consumed when they are cast. All arts have an element. Determine the element most effective against your foe and use it. Doesn't like anything's more effective. They only have 8 HP. Can we really not just hit them? I guess we're supposed to use an art. Aqua Bleed. They're all 10. Use a fireball. And I guess Soul Blur. Okay. A lot more than 10. Cool. Crisp onion. Oh yeah. Woo, we found some onions on those monsters. Let's cook with that later. Right? Getting a back attack. Let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that. Crafts have limited range limits, but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. Okay. Crafts are character-specific skills, which not only deal out damage, but also have a broad range of effects. And consume CP. Okay. shout to encourage allies, or pummel? I guess we'll shout to encourage allies. Come on! Strength up. Alright. He has a dual strike. Although with the strength up, we can probably one-shot this thing. Yeah. Easily.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Okay. Just reviving bomb. What? The chest is empty because of you. Nice work, hero. That's fun. Oh, what a surprise. Another creepy thing. I wish there was an easier way to take care of them. One blow using an S-craft or S-break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of these moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-breaks are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-crafts which are unleashed as S-breaks can be changed by going to the tactics section. Right. Cool. I have to get up to enough first. Oh, the whiff. Double whiff. There are actions which allow S-crafts to be used immediately while ignoring the battle order once the CP gauge has reached 0. S-crafts will be used as S-breaks and can be changed by going... Okay. Press the button to unleash an S-break. Okay. Sever. Seems like overkill for these guys. But I know it's just a tutorial. Oh, another miss. Look at our accuracy.
Alright, we're good to go.
Lock door. Can't turn the camera in here. Pardon a chest. This must be the chest for the quest. So, that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? We made it this far, the rest is going to be a piece of cake. Seems like we got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. During battle, there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allotted to an ally or a foe. Using S-breaks to ignore the battle order makes it easy to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. Okay. A lot of enemies. These icons set the bonuses allotted. Okay. If a bonus appears next to a character, they will receive that bonus. Heal HP. Step it up. Okay. Let's do morale. Hopefully that makes it to where we can one-shot things instead of having to fight each one individually. Twice. Oh, the miss. Ouch. I figure out a way to get better accuracy. Oh, not quite a kill still. That sucks. Good. These guys would be hard to hit, right? We're already missing the other ones, so let's use the spell like we're told to. Can they interrupt the spell? I wonder if they can. I wonder if spells can miss. Okay. End it before her heal goes off. Oh well.
That's that then. Let's move out.
All right. Found a small box times 2. That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. I bet there's not only one but 2. Kind of interesting too. I wonder what's inside. Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. It has nothing to do with our mission. What I like to call a good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with the teensy-weensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means, be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Yep, opening those boxes could result in an automatic fail for both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, you would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua. I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Cher when we get back? As for now, let's try to focus on getting out of here. All right. By looking inside this chest again, you flunk. Just kidding. All right. There are no random battles, which is also pretty cool. Let's see. All right. And that is usable again. Cool. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need you to confirm the items in your possession. Okay. Yep, they're the real deal, all right. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. I figured that you would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification test. I didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shara, what's in those boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say we passed the test? You'll have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but there's no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild. When is this day going to be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. Agreed. Seems like we're within reach of we're in reaching distance of our goal. All right. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it's your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch, and as you already know by now, Ina is in charge here at Relent. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't we both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Okay. If you passed your qualification exam, then there's one thing left to do. When you want to report that you've finished the job, set the report option. Alright. 1 BP, 500 mirror. Or 0 mirror. Oh. Current rank is Junior Bracer 9th class. Got a ways to go, huh? Good job, you two. Seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle the job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points, which are known as BP, Bracer Points. BP are an indication of your achievements as a Bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a Bracer and be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of Junior Bracer start at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you receive will also be recorded in your Bracer notebook, so please have a look sometime later. All that's left to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Ina. Sorry about putting more work on your plate today than usual. Don't worry about it. Training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. The bone? And knowing Shara, it'll involve the whip. Let me say again, good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then. Sherazard holds out 2 small boxes. Aren't those boxes the ones... In answer to your question, yes, these are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awful curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying it's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't you both have a look and see what's inside? Sweet! Alright, let's have a look. Estelle and Joshua open the boxes. The Junior Bracer emblem. This crest is... So does this mean that we're... Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright, beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as Junior Bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome to the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild. Well, I'm a Bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only now just beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Look at us now, world! We did it! I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs immediate attention. We understand. You have been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during your busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, I just want to say thanks. Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of any Bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father Cassius trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for both of you, work hard and become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourself. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. I just don't get it. Get what? This is Sherazard, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who's always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your point of view, it doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as junior bracers. Right. I wonder, like, Joshua had a life before here, and I don't get the feeling that Estelle knows anything about it. You know? Oh, hey there, Estelle and Joshua. Oh, hi, Ridge. Looks like your training's over, isn't it? I'm humbled to know that you two are the youngest ever to pass the bracer exam. I look forward to working with you in the same capacity. Ourselves as well. I'll have to get back to work now, but if there's something you don't understand, give me a holler. Cool. Congratulations, you two are now official members of the Bracer Guild. From now on, I'm going to be passing jobs out to you like candy. Bring it on is all I have to say. I look forward to working with the guild. Okay. No job listings. Hurry up and come on. Wait for me, Luke. Oh, it's you two. Oh, great, it's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you two little twerps. What's great, it's Estelle remark? And what's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? But acting like you're a bracer one you want to be. How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. The more wrong than a fool who thinks there's better tasting milk in the barrel than the milk that comes from Purzel Farm. What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers. More like bracers in training, really, but don't you think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle? Now, a high pony, on the other hand. Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart aleck and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can't accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle. What the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people are allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to go train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. All right, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. That boy, Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he's just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious. I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be inspiring at times. That's not really what I meant by curious. Seems like it's going to take a bit longer for me to get the lumber together for this order. I must work hard to get my father-in-law to acknowledge me for my wife's sake. Already the dialogue has changed. Crazy. Oh, look at these two. Before he was up there looking at her. I'm so distressed. He's my type, and I'd like to accept his proposal, but this place is not my ideal situation. Is the place or whatever really that important? Of course it is. This could be the memory of a lifetime. It may be the place that comes into my mind when I'm an old grandma and lying on my deathbed. I just can't accept an alleyway like this as being that place. I guess this type of thing can only be understood by those involved. He has passionately confessed his love to me several times, but the situation isn't right. It would be great if he'd just say it to me in a bit more romantic place. I've confessed to her several times since this morning, and I can't get her to accept my love. It doesn't seem like she hates me or anything. What am I doing wrong? What the hell, man? Hey, Estelle and Joshua, is it true that you really became bracers? You're always one of the first to hear everything, aren't you, Claire? This is just what I expected. I saw the potential in both of you way back. Yup. You're going to get out there and earn a lot of success, right? Like Scheherazad's adult charm. I like Scheherazad's adult charm, but I'm partial to both you and Joshua. Huh? I'll take that as a compliment. The drama's finally going to begin. I'm so excited. There's people outside now. Such a warm day today, isn't it? It looks like we'll be able to take a nice afternoon nap. How much money do we have now? 1,000. We still need to buy that news. Good afternoon. Hey there, Estelle and Joshua. So how'd your training go? That emblem on your chest means I shouldn't have expected anything less from Cassius's kids. But we're still bracers in training. I see, but well, I knew you were going to have to give up your part-time job here sooner or later. Yes, I'm really sorry about that. Don't sweat it. I knew it'd happen eventually when I hired you on. It's a shame, though. There's hardly anyone out there with as good an eye for weapons as you. But that's the path you've chosen, so get out there and show us what you're made of. Oop. Hello there, Joshua and Estelle. Stella, listen to this. I finally became a bracer. My goodness, is that true? And Joshua, too? Yes, ma'am, that's right. Congratulations to the both of you. You did wonderfully. But one thing, Estelle, you shouldn't be proud just because you became a bracer. It's just the starting point. I understand that. The two of you will experience a lot of new things as a bracers, and I hope that I can be proud of the fact that this is the path you chose in coming years. But enough about my feelings. Please work hard and good luck. All right. Hey, you're doing good work so far. And what's that emblem on your chest? Congratulations, you two. You finally become bracers, huh? Thanks. Estelle, you're way too proud of yourself. Why do you always have to ruin the moment, Joshua? I should be happy because I earned it. You should at least not only bask in the glory for a minute. Sometimes you can just be so... But Estelle, now that you've become a bracer, you're going to have to get over your little problem with the noble arts. Man, you too? Why do you have to go and spoil a day with saying things like that? If you have any other business needs, just don't forget to stop by. We want to get to work on getting these slots open, but we gotta have to farm some monsters, I guess. The orbments we see today are built using the structure of a clock. Therefore, even old technicians such as myself can tinker with some of their parts. When it comes to these quartz circuits, however, I'm a bit out of my league. I don't know who invented these things, but they're extremely complicated little machines. It's almost time for my husband to come home from work. Better get to work on preparing for dinner. I love my daddy so much. He's so strong and he's always nice to me. I've already started dinner for the night. I'm making plenty, so hopefully my husband will be coming home today. Staying overnight in the mine and working through the night is pretty common for him. Okay. Seems like somehow I'll be able to get the lumber I wanted. Simon, our septium purchases are going through fine though, right? Since I spared no effort in coming all the way to Berlin, failure is not an option. Let's see, I've made contact with some people on the amalgam mine. We're working on a few business details at the moment. Please wait just a little longer. Really? You finished your training? Yeah, you finally finished, Elisa. I'm officially a real bracer. Well, congratulations, Estelle. I've always wanted to be a bracer ever since you were a kid, haven't you, Estelle? Don't bracers have a lot of dangerous jobs? Yeah, something like that. Joshua, Estelle, don't overdo it and watch out for each other. Estelle has a tendency to get in over her head. That's a very good observation, Elisa. The only problem is that Estelle doesn't really realize that herself. Standing right here, you guys. Joshua and I just care about you, Estelle, that's all. Anyway, don't get so full of yourselves and end up getting hurt, okay? Okay. I'd better get back to the mine before the boss figures out I ditched work. Looks like that female merchant over there came from Bose. Not only does she seem smart, but she's extremely attractive as well. Then again, she'd probably never give me the time of day. Her accent's a little different, though. Bradford. My son-in-law is still half a man when it comes to business. This isn't an easy job. It takes a good 2-3 years to become a real woodsman. Okay. Incel. In my opinion, there are two kinds of enjoyment that come from food. Put bluntly, they're eating and cooking. But I think my passion for cooking outweighs the other. Of course, I enjoy eating delicious foods as well. Good to know. Well, Estelle, I haven't seen you around here for a while. It's been some time since you graduated from Sunday school, right? Did you say hi to Elisa? She started helping here not too long ago. Please visit her and have some time. If you have some time, she's been wanting to see you. Already did it. All right. A beautiful sound as always. I love the toll of this tower bell. The bell does more than tell the time. It also marks Relent's history. Okay. And they really do just change every single NPC's dialogue. That's crazy. We've got an unusual guest staying here at the moment. He appears to be a student from the Genus Royal Academy. I've heard she's come here to study about Relent. Whew, I finally arrived here in Relent. I think the first thing I'm going to do is have a look around. Okay. Fair enough. That'll come up later. Let's check at the church. Estelle, you seem to be rather cheerful today. Did something wonderful happen in your life? Yes, I guess you could say that. Joyous occasions are indeed a wonderful thing, but it is at times that when things go well that we should gird our loins for the trials that lie ahead. Ah, Goddess Aidios, of the firmament, please guide these unseasoned youths. I'm a newly assigned sister to this chapel. I was recently transferred from the royal city to Relent. This place is surrounded by greenery and everyone in the town is so kind. I think I'm going to enjoy it here. Father Divine is a bit strict, but he's someone I can respect a lot. Worm. The missus sometimes helps me with jobs around the house. On top of that, she treats me like I'm a part of the family. She even took me out to eat the other day. I couldn't be happier. Lita always takes care of the housework, but I feel a little awkward about it and often end up doing some of it myself. I'm sure it's because I'm used to doing it myself before coming to live at this house. It appears like I'm taking Lita's job away, so I wonder if I'm causing her any trouble. No, I think you're good. Let's see what the mayor says. Compared to other cities, Relent is certainly rural with no distinct features. However, I love this city. There's just something warm and inviting about Relent. I want to build a city that gives importance to that atmosphere. What are you angry about, Shadow Konoko? What? That's crazy. It's just an empty wrapper? Luscious chocolate skin, captivating ruby eyes. Scheherazad's quite the exotic beauty, wouldn't you say? He's got that fascinating charm that most people in Libero don't have. Alan's off in his little world again. I've actually gone drinking with Scheherazade before. The strange thing is, I have absolutely no memory of that time. Maybe I should try to ask her out again. There were no cute girls in the flight this morning. I guess all I can do now is look forward to the flight this afternoon. There are two airliners which travel to the 5 major cities, an eastward circling one and a westward circling one. The westward circling airliner travels from Gransel to Relent, Bose, Rouen, and Zeiss in that order. The eastward circling one travels in the opposite direction from Gransel to Zeiss to Rouen to Bose to Relent in that order. Got it. Oh, it's on the map. Oh, never map. I am proud of the work I do here. It's because I've always wanted to work on orbital engines ever since I can remember. Right now I work in maintenance, but in the future my dream is to be involved in airship design. Cool. That's pretty much everywhere. Oh, we gotta go buy that news thing for our dad before we go spending money on something else. Hey there, Estelle and Joshua. How can I help you? Did you manage to become bracers? You bet we did. Maybe I should have you start calling me Hyper Bracer Estelle from now on. By the way, Mr. Reno, did the Liberal news come in? Yeah, it came in a little afternoon. Don't brush me off like that, you two. Oh, whatever, I'll take one copy then. I was to 100 Mira. I actually got 900 left, nice. I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine, but does it really sell that well? It sure does. The Liberal News is an excellent reporter and a camerawoman who's done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They've even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. A free sample item. Gone. I received my shipment of goods, but don't hold the free part against me. Recipe book. What's this supposed to be for? There's a ton of blank pages. It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where a recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have all the ingredients anyway. But if you eat something new, write down what it's in it, and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. How about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle. Well, I have made it my personal rule to never turn down sweets. So eating food teaches you the recipe. Got it. Basically, all you have to do is eat the food, learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had an opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient. Not that I don't like cooking and all, but it's just that I never seem to get any better. I'd sure love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, if you're going to need any ingredients, I'd be delighted to service your cooking needs. You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Renon. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Okay. Sit down. Okay. By the way, Mr. Rowan, how did you know that today was our last day of training? In a certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities here in Relent. I tend to hear a lot from the customers coming through here. I should have expected anything less from Relent. The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with. No kidding, the women here especially love to gossip. They give us a discount. Oh, hell yeah. I don't really need any of that right now. All right. All right. I'm so glad Renon's store has finally got on track. It seems as though it's become much easier to get products since they started having them brought in by airliner. Ever since the first orbits were invented, this world has become a much easier place to live in. Featured story. The Queen's 60th is nigh, a milestone anniversary. The half-year countdown to Her Majesty Queen Alicia's 60th birthday celebration has begun. This has been a banner year for Her Royal Highness, sparking more anticipation than this event has ever seen before. We must not forget, too, that this year is the 10th since the 100 Days' War, a period of intense turmoil for all of Liberl. As we celebrate, let us also reflect on the tragedies of the past, so that we may refrain from ever reliving them in the future. We have been afforded the luxury of hindsight, and we must use it to its fullest. Preparations underway for the royal city. Main Street is filled with the bustle of men and women furiously preparing decor and merchandise for the upcoming festivities and developing new products specifically for sale during the celebration. The competition is truly cutthroat. I yearn for my customers' taste buds to sing with delight, says Mr. Sorbet. Mr. Sorbet, a local ice cream purveyor, who deals her wares, Miss Sorbet, who deals her wares in the city's East Block. Sadly, her new menu will remain a mystery to us until the day of the festival. As the population grows more and more, businesses pop up all around me, but all that means is more customers, especially at festival time, so I'm certainly not complaining, she exclaims with a sly smile. Miss Sorbet seems to have a few tricks up her sleeve. So to all her competitors, we say, watch out. Who shall stand and who shall fall? Prior to the festival, Her Majesty will be hosting an annual martial arts competition in the Royal Arena. This fiercely competitive tournament is always a big hit with avid spectators, even regarding it as the day's main event. Which team will come out on top? Society. Burglaries across the Bose region. According to our sources, the Bose region has seen a string of burglaries over the last several days, and the people have had enough. The Royal Army Border Patrol stationed at the Haken Gate have been stepping up efforts to apprehend the group of criminals responsible for these acts, and anyone with information on their identities is urged to contact the Border Patrol immediately. Travel. Finding the perfect getaway. The Kingfisher Inn is along the beautiful Valeria Lakeshore, is more popular than ever following a visit from the women of the Royal City. Won't you come and fish with us too? Alright. Interesting, there's more than one dirty rat. I wonder what the difference is. Those are still question marks. I wonder if that's we haven't fought enough of them yet. Ooh, there's a lot of recipes. Okay. Oh my god, look at all the tabs in the Bracer notebook. Achievements. Oh, here's where it shows you the different magics and how you get them, huh? Alright. Not that many blue ones, huh? Plasma wave. Well, there's a lot of them under time. Hellgate, White Gehenna. Sounds nasty. Chaos brand. What is white? White was Mirage? Is that silver or whatever? Mirage? Is there only one? Chaos brand. That's it? Interesting. Oh, there's one Saint. Oh, Saint requires a lot of stuff. Holy crap. Earth Guard, Earth Wall, Sylphin Guard, Sylphin Wing. Oh, okay, here's more blue ones. These are all the heals. Both single target and area of effect. Got it. Delos is the revive. That's expensive. Okay, and they're worth different amounts of that element. I see. And then, okay. So, like, if we want to get Arrow Storm, we need 8 greens. Obviously, we don't really have 8 slots we're going to fill, but we could get, like, a Shield 3, and that's 5, right? So, like, Shield 3, Evade 2 would be enough to get that, maybe? I think that's what this is saying. Okay. EP cut. Alright. Damage of return. Oh, wears off. Okay, cool. Seal cannot use crafts or S crafts. Freeze, miss your turn, damage after the turn. Petrified doesn't wear off. Miss your turn if attacked, KO. Miss your turn if attacked, wake up. Miss your turn. So faint misses your turn. His Soul Blur spell has a chance to faint people. That's pretty cool. Mute can't use arts. So Seal can't use crafts and Mute can't use arts. Confuse. Cool. Blind. Dex and agility down. Rage focuses attacks on Provoker. Immune. All damage ineffective one time only. So you just take no damage from the next hit. Okay. Move up. Agility up. Physical attack up. Full defense down. Speed up down. Gotcha. HP is 0 after battle. No recovery. Okay. Higher percentage is bigger damage dealt. Gotcha. Okay. That tells me that. So in that picture, it's weak to fire, but strong against water and lightning. Water and earth, I guess. Right. Yeah. Perks. When the total BP reaches a fixed amount, the bracer level will increase, and a special item will be awarded. So we're level... We're level 9 now, right? So level 1 is what we're going to get last, maybe? Okay. There's like a tab about relent too. How do we get to that? Oh, there we go. Oh, these are our quests. Cool. All right. First of all, we haven't saved in a while. Let's do that. Playing for over 2 hours. All right. You should be back anytime now, but it's odd for her not to be home by now. Estelle, Joshua, if you see my uni, could you tell her to come home? She's never broken curfew before, but I wonder if it's because she's still just a little girl. That reminds me, it seems like she's always hanging out with Pat and Luke, but she doesn't really have to play around those boys all the time. Huh? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking out loud. Okay. Little girl hasn't come home. Congratulations, official members. We already did that. I guess we have to go home to our dad now. Have I even been in here at all? I don't think we've been here. We've missed this place. Alright, my son Pat has been gone since this morning. I hope he's not getting into any trouble with Luke. I'm worried about what he's up to. Going to their secret base, I think. In any case, what is my husband doing up in his room without giving any attention to his own son? Oh, adios, our family's in danger of falling apart. Thanks to the airliners in recent days, even Relent has been able to get a good selection of books. And thanks to that, I found myself compelled to buy at least one each time I head to the store. I get yelled at by my wife for getting so many. Maybe I should cut back a bit. I've only got the first chapter of this novel, so if you want it, I'll give it to you. Oh, cool. Why would I want just one chapter? It's like a preview chapter to get me to buy the dang book. Cornelia, Chapter 1. The Imperial Chronicle. I stood there, upright in front of the revolving door, scuffing the heels of my boots against the ground, pulling slightly on the collar of my trench coat. I dropped my chin and gazed at the partial reflection in the curved glass. Aside from my short cropped hair, I wore a modest-looking double-breasted leather raincoat and a pair of special-order steel-reinforced boots, both of which at first glance appear to be the most common of common apparel. Yet they were in fact much more than the naked eye could detect. My ordinary average appearance. It was of just as much importance today as it had been on any other day in times past. Not far off, the sound of footfalls echoed rhythmically like the steady beat of a pendulum, swinging back and forth, as the throngs of those coming and going moved quickly along the cobblestone avenue, enveloped and tinged silver by the morning mist. At times, the calling voice of a street peddler disrupted the steady flow, but as soon as the hawking cry faded away, it would resume its course. Each morning that I found myself setting foot in the Imperial City, I also found my surroundings to be unchanged and stained by the same somber tone of gray. Snatching up a magazine from the underarm of a street vendor, I tossed a few mirror on the left hand, poised expectantly behind his back. The Imperial Chronicle, a magazine I read so often that even the ink bleeds were familiar. Roughly flipping open its cover, I scanned the headlines along the top of its monochrome pages, and suddenly my breath caught in my throat. At the very bottom of the local news page, I found those letters, that sequence of characters which I had not heard nor seen since the time of that life-changing incident. My eyes instantly gravitated to the spot and for a time remained fixated. Ein Selnate. The very meaning of those letters became lost to my senses as I stood motionless, my gaze fixed on the same line of text until it all seemed to coalesce into a single blotch of ink. After a few seconds of blank comprehension, my vision settled and I wrenched my eyes to the beginning of the article. As I began to read, my memories verged on a single point in my past and then slowly started to run in reverse, heading for that fateful event 3 years prior when this name was first introduced to me. It was on an afternoon, like all those years ago, on a day not unlike this one, when the capital was overshadowed by its typical gloomy aura. I was a little younger than now, a 22-year-old boy who stood silently in front of the boutique door as usual, double-checking his appearance before lightly treading over to Imperial Factory. It was on this day that I had been arranged for me to receive a new job from Mitch, the shop owner himself. Although he was a drab, middle-aged man, I, being the orbment enthusiast I was, had found myself as one of his few regular customers. I headed down a dank alley, and after passing through a partially rotten wooden gate, I could see the soft glow of the flickering orbital light just outside the entrance of the factory, whose structure was halfway below the street level. I first began receiving jobs from Mitch about the time that when dissension began to occur in society over the 100 Days' War. It was during this period that relations between the Liberal Kingdom and the Empire were at their worst, and the importation of orbments had become almost non-existent. Conspiring with underground elements and planning a smuggling operation, Mitch had made me out to be his accomplice in this crime. For the job which I received by his hand was none other than that of the courier. Being nothing more than a commoner in my teens at the time, I met him and had a juvie, devoid of any connections in life besides. I naturally jumped at the opportunity without a moment's hesitation. Yet even after relations with Liberal had returned to some degree of normalcy, I realized I was in no mood to give up my specialty, which focused mainly on the delivery of stolen goods. The reason being there was no job out there which could bring in the kind of mirror this one did. With an unrefined and inconspicuous appearance, I had countless times before hidden items of various sorts in my hat and trousers, and made my way hither and thither between the borders of these neighboring nations, and though to my delight my wallet had become increasingly laden with bounty of monetary rewards, I had routinely changed my alias as a precautionary measure, so much in fact that these false names had built up into quite a list over the last few years. I had been known as Phil, the frivolous Rooney, the trickster, and even Chris, the coward. However, Mick had always called me by one name, Toby. This was the identity I had used for my initial job and the one I liked above all others. And now we need to find chapter 2, I guess. I'm not sure Doritos and Slim Jims is the breakfast of champions, Shadow Kaneko, but I'll take your word for it. Just when I thought Luke had come home, he took off out the door again. I told the boy the dinner was almost ready, too. That boy is always running around with his pants are on fire. He just can't sit still for 2 minutes. Okay. Well, everybody's wondering where the boys are. Probably have to find their secret hideaway. Alright, let's see what we can get here. It's like all of our money. Pretty nice though. We have this now. This 5 more defense and 2 magic defense. Art defense. Oh, wow, that's worth 500. We need to like grind some monsters to get better more sepith so we can upgrade our unlock our slots. What's RNG? Range? Oh yeah. Estelle, Joshua, am I glad I found you too? Oh, hi, Ina. Is something wrong? You seem to be in quite a hurry. You've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. But what's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not that long ago. What's wrong? Are they in sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of Roland. You mean the Tower of Esmalus? Isn't that place supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Sherazard is out on other bracer business, so I want to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I will go after them and bring them back. I don't know if it's such a good idea. The two of you only just qualified to be junior bracers today. With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracers Guild, I ask that you lose no time in bringing about the safe return of these children. Roger that. Understood. The Esmalus Tower can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Malga Trail. You can get to the Malga Trail through Roland's northwest gate. It'll only be I'll be on standby at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you know where to find me. This is our first real job. Come on, Joshua. We don't have any time to lose. I'm right behind you. Oh, okay. So much for going home, I guess. Before we go off and start the next part of the story, though, these monsters respawn? Yeah, they do. Strength up, you can kill him in one shot. With her new weapon. She's still just short. Finally, Gilded plays this. Enjoy the music, Jay. Thank you. Welcome back to the stream. Yes, I am finally playing this. So, for those of you who haven't heard earlier, the new plan for the stream is we're going to play through the Trails in the Sky games. If I like them, possibly the entire series, not just Trails in the Sky, but we're going to start with Trails in the Sky, which means the trilogy. We're also starting tomorrow night, we're going to be playing Tactics Ogre Reborn. So what we're going to be doing, I didn't want to just burn out on Tactics Ogre Reborn, so what we're going to do is we're going to be playing both games at the same time. So every night at 8 p.m. we're going to start this game, and then at 10 we're going to switch to Tactics Ogre Reborn. And we're just going to keep going like that, kind of double teaming the games until we finish them. And that should keep it pretty fun. I think the monster book tells us what Sepith these guys drop. I think it might be pretty set. If we can figure it out, we might be able to figure out what we need to farm to get the Sepith we need to unlock our orbit slots. All right, so let's see what we're getting from these guys. If we look at our monster book, the rats are dropping, what is that? Earth, fire, and what's yellow? Whatever yellow is. What is it? It's earth, water, fire, wind, time, something, and mirage. I don't remember what that other one is. But anyways, the 2 earth, 1 fire, 1 whatever yellow is. And these guys drop wind and mirage. So let's try and get up like 30 or so of these. Because we need like 30 or 50 of each to unlock another slot. Let's just clear this place out real quick. Won't take long. There's more enemies in here this time than there were before. Because like our EP doesn't respawn. You have to either use items or rest and then or something to get it back, right? So increasing our max EP is going to be huge, I feel like. So that we can use spells when we need to. And like they put these enemies right here at the beginning to show you that yes, you're going to have to use spells. So we may be able to get some cooking to help with the EP too. We'll look into that. You can see an attack. It's good that it seems that the Sepith they drop isn't random. I think she actually does enough to one-shot them, probably. Not that we need to. Gilded her down with the Sepith off. We'll see how much extra Sepith you get when there's Sepith up. Getting close to leveling, too. So... was it double? No, not exactly, but there is extras for sure. Nice. Not gonna kill it, and then it's gonna get strength up. So let's just use Gold Strike. Nice. I like the combat system so far. It's somewhat simplistic, but it looks fun. We only need 3 more XP to level up. And that should be it right there. Tell me how to level quickly. You can if you want. I can't guarantee I'm going to do it, but I'm curious what you have to say. Ran out of EP. There's probably a chance they can hit him. Oh, that 50 strength? Holy crap. There's a turn bonus that's gonna be big. Someplace around the world, there's a rare monster fight. Monster's name is Shining Palm. Good for tons of good stuff. So it's like a metal slime kind of deal, huh? I still learn taunt. Nice. All right, so it looks like we have 30 wind, 50 mirage, 30 of that, 30 earth. We're short on fire. I think we probably have to leave for them to respawn again. Oh, another one here. These guys drop fire, right? There's only one of them though. But we can kill them on. Oh, never mind. She can one shot them though. He has one fire, yeah. Do they respawn? I don't like it. Alright. Alright, let's head to the next area. I'm not just gonna sit here and grind. I was just doing a little bit. We had to go to the Malga Trail, right? Monsters don't drop money either, so I'm guessing we get money from selling items that we find and completing quests. All right, new enemy. Flying feline, 120 HP. Oh, can't hit that one because it's too far away now. Ooh, so they drop red. That's good. Yeah, okay. 2 each. They have knockback, huh? Ooh, strength up. Nice. Ooh, they drop blue. We haven't gotten blue water yet. Years ago, you played this game blind because the music you heard on YouTube. I think I'm really gonna enjoy this series a lot. That's my feeling so far. Not quite. Oh, the whiff. Oh, the double whiff. The triple whiff. Everyone's missing. Man, the 6 damage. Yeah, we upped her armor, that's right. That made a big difference, actually, I think. All right. I feel like we almost have enough to open up a slot. We need more of those plant monsters to drop the water crystals. These guys. Their knockback is gonna be nasty, huh? I guess we could just cast fire magic on them. It probably did. Okay, holy crap, that did a lot of damage.
Not now.
Well, this took a turn. I am going for 100%. Yeah. Can't one-shot them. Can I run from battle? They can knock me far enough away that I can't hit them. That's scary as hell. We have to use spells on them. Yeah, they are weak to fire. This is just normal. I didn't realize you need to use fire on these guys. Clearly, I should have. I might head back to town and get him healed up. I wonder if going to an inn revives him. Does he revive? He doesn't revive after combat. Alright. Let's take a little trip. We can't stay at the inn. We don't have any money. We need to go back to our house. We can't go back to our house. Will they let me sleep at the hotel? $20. We don't have any money. We could change Septum for money, I guess. I'll go sell something. Kind of trying to farm Septum right now. Sell our old equipment. You don't need your old equipment for anything in this game, do you? See if the inn even heals him. It does. Okay, cool. Alright, well, that was a little detour. Lost all his CP for dying. I'm missing. I think we get up to 30 water, we can unlock another slot. It's just one of them we don't need this cast, I think. But man, they do some damage, huh? Oh, the double miss. The crafts can miss too.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Getting close to another level, that'll help. Damn. What?
We're good to go.
Okay, there's 2 here, so jeez. Okay. And step it up. Nice.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Level up. Well, for one of us. He was dead for one of the fights. I am playing this on Steam, yes. Way to fast forward. Not that I know of. Nice, it lost its turn. This is the PC version on Steam. Maybe I have the old version. I didn't even know there were more than one version. He's gonna about to crit too. Nice.
All right, we're good to go.
All right, another level. We get healed on leveling up. Let's see. Yes, we do. Nice. Got all ZP back too. Diving bomb. Andy. Mine, and this is the tower. So that's where we gotta go for the kids. Still fine for now. Nice. 0. Nice. There's an exit there, so that's the tower. There was another offshoot over here. I'm kind of keeping her CP charged up in case we need to use one of those like ultimate moves. Maybe run into something nasty. But I'm using his because awesome. Chest is empty. I wonder whose fault that is. Oh, you know what? We didn't look at the other chest twice. Seems like all the chests have messages in them, which is kind of funny. This is quite the fight here. I have a walkthrough ready because I can't 100% it without a walkthrough. You can't 100% it without a walkthrough? Why is that? I've heard a couple things. So I've heard that there's a lot of quests that are easily missable because you advance the story too fast or whatever. But if I just do all the side stuff before I do the story missions, shouldn't that kind of cover that? Like, do I really need a walkthrough? clearly gear upgrades make a big difference.
That's that then. Let's move out.
5 more and we can have his slot upgrade, I think. The thing remains in the chest except a lonely dead spider. Okay. Let's fight our way back to town, and I think we should have enough blue by the time we get there, and we can hopefully upgrade his orbment.
Piece of cake.
Feels Suikoden-ish? I mean, it feels to me just like an East 7, which I think it looks like it's the same engine they used for East. That makes sense. Oh, the whiff.
Piece of cake.
Need 2 more blue. We'll get it from this fight up here. I'll put him right behind her. Can I still knock her back? Oh, it'll shoot him. Okay. Ah, I thought she could kill it. Well, he can.
All right, we're good to go.
All right. Let's go to town. Let's upgrade his orbment, and then we'll look into this fast forward thing you talked about. See if I actually have that or not. Joshua first, probably. Thinking something other than time quartz. This one's 30. This one's 30. I don't know that it matters which one we do, so let's just do this one. Nice. This next one's 50, this one's 30, and those ones, and hers is 50 and 30. Okay. Maybe just give him defense for now. So, why were you saying that you need a guide to get 100%? Yeah, I'm just gonna be missing stuff. we're gonna save the game. Cool. And then options. What about speed here? Here, one sec, guys. Let me check and see if maybe it's an option if you exit the game. Okay. Apparently turbo mode is the right trigger. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. I thought that was just a run thing. It's not. It's apparently it's turbo mode. Cool. I guess we should stay at the end. Are we about to level though? $50 more XP. Let's get our EP refreshed. All right. Let's try and go save these kids.
We're good to go.
Okay, cool.
That's that then. Let's move out.
I play JRPGs all the time, literally every day. Having lots of combat that isn't able to be fast forwarded, I'm just kind of used to it, you know. But I get what you're saying. Stop missing.
All right, team rule.
Okay. They both have Firebolt now. That'll definitely speed up our gameplay for sure.
Piece of cake.
I gotta remember that I have it, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. I keep killing these guys. They're like the only thing that drops the water crystals so far. way.
Piece of cake.
And of course, we kill him.
Not now.
Piece of cake.
I should have just healed him. Now you have to use an item. I'm not walking all the way back again. Ugh. Where am I? No, I'm not walking all the way back again. Ugh, it hurts. That's what I get.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Okay, what do we have here? Ah, this must be the tower. Well, there's our first dungeon. Looks like we've all come it looks like we've come all the way to the Esmelis Tower. Didn't see any sign of them along the trail, so you think they're wandering inside? Quite likely that's the case. Let's go in. Looks like we'll need to hurry. Right. Can't turn the camera here. Right. It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby. We're only on the first floor of this place. You hear that? Did they really come in here? Estelle, you alright? Luke, Pat! If you can hear me, answer me now! Well, now all the monsters heard us. Those little brats, are they pretending they can't hear me? They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. Alright. No map here. So there's nothing on the first floor, huh? What are you gonna do? Somebody help! Rush in with Joshua. Let's go, Joshua. Right, I've got your back. Teamwork. Oh boy. You monsters, go somewhere else. That'll work. No, shoo, leave us alone. The option contributes to the 100? Okay, yeah, you're right. I probably won't be able to get it without the guide if that's true. It's starting to sound like trying to do like Final Fantasy 10-2 or something. Estelle, what are you doing here? Joshua, you're here too? Get back, you two. These monsters aren't playing around. We'll take care of them. Protect all NPCs. If an NPC's HP reaches 0, the game is over. Noted. Alright. Well. Take this one out. We shouldn't have any trouble keeping them away from the kids. Especially if the kids walk away. Plus 50. Nice. Done.
Piece of cake.
Level up. But not for Joshua. Looks like that's that. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's safe too. By the way, that was great timing the way you blitzed those monsters, Estelle. You really think so? Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome. You really showed them, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp. Oh, that hurts. What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will? Time to think about what you did today. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. This is the thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you some of my special discipline. Alright, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was all my fault. Estelle? Didn't we forgive each other like they teach at school? Oh, what's behind this shit? This brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should do the trick. Estelle, behind you. It's something with teeth, isn't it? Nice monster? I'm not gonna make it this time. I'm not gonna make it in time. Oh. Oh, our dad. Nice. Huh? Dad, you came. You still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen dangers by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be a bracer. Dad? What are you doing here? I just happened to be in town and I heard the whole story from Ina. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children, but you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching her back. It just means that you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood. So, how about we head home, everyone? You boys walk? I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Of course I was. I'm her father. Alright, everyone, let's fall out of here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright. Who's this glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should be thankful that Dad saved my behind. But why does he have to go and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hide. That's just the way he is. After all, he is Cassius Bright. Seems like you've had quite a day. That is just unbelievable. The second we get back to Roland, he says, I'll leave the reporting to you, and takes off for home. The sheer nerve, I tell you. No need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report. Nice. 3 more BP. Nice. Current rank, Junior Bracer, 9th class. You did well for your first assignment. From the detail of your report alone, I can believe I commend you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. You really think so? I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I would appreciate your help again. Sure. How about we head home too? I guess we'd better. Still got dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding on a second? A letter arrived from your father just a while ago. Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it instead? Letter to Cassius. I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. I imagine so. The letter appears to be from one of our foreign branches. One of the guild's foreign branches. As I'm sure you already know by now, Liberl isn't the only country where the Bracer Guild exists. On top of that, your father is widely known all across the Zemurian continent, so we can expect these kinds of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure that he gets this letter, I'd really appreciate it. Cool. Well, that's awesome. Now we gotta go talk to everyone all over again because we saved the kids and I'm sure they have different things to say. Ooh. Alright. I'm sure today was tough for your first day as bracers, but you had a fine showing. I'll see you two tomorrow. This letter addressed to your father is important, so don't forget to give it to him. There sure is a lot of junk around here. I wonder if there's anything interesting. For a backwoods town, these stores do carry a pretty nice selection of goods. The Liberal Kingdom definitely has a different feel with these ornaments everywhere. I'd better get in the mood to do business starting tomorrow or I'm gonna face some serious financial repercussions. Have I bought the newspaper? I have. Yeah, I already did that. I heard you two had some major success recently, Estelle and Joshua. I knew it was right to keep my eye on you two. Keep up the good work. I'm a fan of the both of you. Okay. She's sleeping. So's the cat. Nice. Need more stuff. If you're aiming to become a first-class bracer, mastering orbital arts will probably be essential. We get a number of bracers stopping by the shop. They always modify their ornaments after checking them first. Oh, is it late already? Guess it's time to close up shop. You kids quit loitering around here and get yourselves home, you hear me? Of all the things I heard that Pat and Luke took off to the tower north of here. I also heard you rescued them as they were being attacked by monsters. You did well. That's just what I'd expect from Cassius's kids. Yeah, well, what's wrong? To be honest, Dad was the one who saved us all in the end. You kids are still young. You'll continue to grow and mature. Unia came back too, so all I can say is I'm just glad everyone's safe. Some papers are given by NPC hidden at the corner of the map. Telling Joshua, thanks for rescuing Luke and Pat. Miss Holden was talking lots about you guys and saying that you did a great job. Thanks, Uni. The newspaper series contributes to 100% completion. Gotcha. Yeah, we got the newspaper and we got the first chapter of a book. Here we go again. My father is overly strict with my husband. My husband works so hard. Wish my father would give him some time to adjust to the work without complaining. Started lost shit and be getting all cocky just because he's gotten a little better at work. He's still not fit to be my successor or my daughter's husband. He needs to be able to bear the weight of the rolling timber industry on his shoulders. Man, I'm beat. I just managed to get enough wood out of the order I received. My father-in-law won't even acknowledge my efforts. Guess I'm just gonna have to work harder. Gotcha. That's the guy that's been hanging out in front of the Bracer Guild working on wood all day. I received word from my husband that they've discovered a new lode in the mine. Unfortunately, it'll only be my daughter and I at home to dinner tonight. Daddy says he can't come home from work today. Oh, here's Luke. I just want to say I'm grateful that you saved us, and I hate to admit it, but you were pretty cool, Estelle. Not as cool as your dad, of course. I've made up my mind. I'm going to be a bracer, too. See you later. Be on tomorrow. Come on back. Thanks for watching. Luke is naughty as all get out these days. Just when I thought he was late getting home, it turns out he ran off to a Smith's tower. It's a good thing those bracers went after him. They did. Who knows what might have happened. Wonder if this is my punishment for spoiling the boy. After you leave, I think it has to be best if I sat down and had a good long talk with my son. Of all the things Pat could have done, he ran off outside the town. Even after I told him so many times how dangerous it is because of roaming monsters. I'm gonna have my husband give him a talk to later. Maybe this family really needs to sit down and talk things out. Thanks for saving us today, Estelle. I wonder what would have happened if you and Joshua hadn't come. Luke might grumble and say some mean things, but I'm sure he's really grateful to you, Estelle. Please don't get too angry with him. Whew, finally found the book I was looking for. I wonder why it was shelved with Pat's books. Do you know about the 4 massive towers that exist in the Liberal Kingdom? They're really old, and it was written in a book that they might somehow be related to an ancient civilization. Things from ancient civilizations sure do grab the imagination, don't they? So I'm guessing Esmolus is one of them. We didn't explore the whole tower. We'll probably go back there later. Where you guys gone? Is Zip stop? Oh. It was when the stars had just emerged from the veil of night that he asked me here. Sweetly, he whispered in my ear, I want you to be mine. How romantic. Just the situation I've always wanted to be in. Well, I guess it's not a bad pace and all, but the 2 of them came up here just for that. I guess that's the type of thing can only be understood by those involved. See, I'm on cloud 9. Yes! Listen to this, guys. I got her to go out with me. Oh, adios. It was worth the single day of trouble I went through today. Single day, huh? I guess that could be called a victory of perseverance. Alright. Good for them. Little side stories going on around town. Estelle, I heard the news. Seems like you finally become a bracer, haven't you? I'm praying for your success. Oh, thanks. The mayor's residence is to the east of town. The Bracer Guild is south of the clock tower. I think I've got the basic layout of this town now. I wonder who this girl and she's from a school. That reminds me of the Trails and Cold Steel ones. Like the party members are in a military academy or something, right? I haven't played them either, but I've seen things. I wonder what I should do about the menu this evening. Maybe I should discuss it with the missus. They really do change every NPC's dialogue after every event. This is crazy. Let's see, maybe I should start making preparations for dinner with Lita. Today I'm thinking of making my husband's favorite corn cream stew, but maybe I better go check with Lita first. When I think about the days after the 100 Days War ended, there's something amazing about the reconstruction of the Liberal Kingdom. Normalization of diplomatic ties with the Empire, development of orbital technology, fostering trade. Queen Alicia's political finesse is really something else. I tell you, Queen Alicia's political finesse is really something else. Okay. Hey, it's Paddington. Another day has passed and there's nothing better than peace. War should never happen again. Yeah, good luck with that. Just thinking about what happened 10 years ago makes my bones tremble. Oh my. You appear to be troubled by something, Estelle. Huh? Really? We as humans grow through afflictions. These are a trial given to us by the goddess. Idios, who art on high, please guide this beleaguered youth. No matter which path you decide to travel, never forget that each day is a blessing from the goddess. Oh, Idios, We give thanks for the peace and tranquility thou hast bestowed upon us this day. I can see why people say it's like a slow beginning to this game, although I'm certainly making it take longer than it has to by talking to everybody over and over again. But text changes, I gotta, right? See how Alan's doing. How utterly disappointing. There wasn't a single chick who was my type. There was a chick on the flight from Bosa yesterday. She had a strange accent, but she was quite the looker. I wonder if she's still in Relent. I wonder if he's talking about that girl at the hotel from the student or whatever. Each of the 5 major cities in Liberal is characteristically different from the rest. For starters, this is the scenic regional city of Relent. To the west lies Bose, the city of commerce, which does a lot of brisk business with the Empire. Farther west still lies the seaport city of Rouen, which is Liberal's doorway to the great waters beyond. To the south lies the industrial city of Zeist, famous for orbment research. And finally, resting on the east shore of the Valeria Lake is the beautiful royal city of Gransel. Since each city is pretty distinct, it might be interesting for you to visit them all using the airliner sometime. I bet we will. He recommends the airliner. Go figure. All flights today have finished, but I still need to run safety inspection for tomorrow. Be prepared. That's one of our mottos. Okay. Hey there, Roland's 2 newest bracers. I look forward to your success. I'm about ready to close up shop, so if you have any purchases to make, I ask you to be quick about it. We do have a little over 1,000 mirror. We could get more equipment, maybe. Sun's already setting. I guess it's about time we got the dinner ready. I sure wish a woman who could cook would appear in my son's life. Oh, I didn't talk to the people in the bar, did I? Ah, ha ha ha! Simon! It was certainly worth coming here to do business this time. Seems as though I'll be able to stock up on Septium as planned. It might even be worth staying in Relent a little longer. It seems as though I'll be able to stock up on Septium as planned. Okay. That reminds me, I heard a new lode was discovered in the Malga mine. This may be something to look forward to. Welcome, you two. Stop by and have a bite to eat every once in a while, okay? If I ask my mom and dad, I'll probably get you a free meal. You can bring the whole family if you'd like. I'll get back to work after this next drink, and maybe then drink after that. Oh, hey there, Syl and Joshua. Ridge. Looks like you had a pretty rough first day. Was everything all right without Cassius being around? Chef makes good use of his ingredients to really bring out that hometown flavor. Relent has a lot of farms, right? Personally, I recommend our vegetarian menu. We could buy food here to get recipes, but I really think I should get equipment with first. We don't have very much money. Whew, we're busy. This is the time this place gets the most crowded. After I finish with all these orders, I need to get ready for tomorrow. Like, I don't really have a good way to farm money yet. Pretty much only get money from drops or for finishing quests. Let's see. That should be about it with the accounting for today. Better get closed up. Okay, well, everybody's getting ready to end the day. Our first day is coming to a close. Hey, Joshua? Do you think I'm really cut out to be a bracer? Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill with the staff, and your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone in distress. Really, you think so? Sure, but why are you asking? Well, you still thinking about what happened back at the tower? Yeah. Because of my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If Dad hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future. That kind of talk doesn't sound like the Estelle I know. Huh? If we fail today, then all that's left to do is take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't being a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like what happened today discourage you? Joshua. You're right. This isn't like me at all. I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You laughing like a big ditz is far more natural for you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're gonna see my angry expression if you keep that up. Okay, I admit the last comment was pushing things a bit. I'll overlook it this time. Thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to get home and eat. My stomach has just started growling like a bear. Maybe glutton is closer to the mark than ditz. Alright. Well, this game certainly has a lot of charm. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. This little tutorial, introduction, prologue, whatever, which I don't know how long it goes on. We're still in it. It's been going great. But as the Bright family here wraps up their first day as bracers, I think this is probably the perfect place for us to stop before the next inciting event happens in our story. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had a lot of fun. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure what time because I have to go to a rehearsal and a rehearsal dinner for the wedding that I'm going to be in. So, I'll try and keep you guys updated on Discord as to when we'll be on. But tomorrow night is going to be Tactics Ogre Reborn. And depending on the time, maybe a little bit more of this. We'll see how it goes. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Good night.